Namaskar and welcome to Sansarik Dhyan channel. This video I'm making on a question which was asked to me during a Dhyan session. There were actually two questions and I will answer one by one. Let me tell you what was the first question. The first question was, why these people are so interested to buy a house, put a lot of money in buying property. And on top of that, once they have bought a property, they put so many things in that. That means for decoration, like artifacts, uh, decorative things, luxurious things, electronic gadgets, and no matter what, they keep filling their houses with so many things. Why do they do that? And the second question was, why the creativity is turning into utility or production. So I will answer these two questions one by one. So let me start with the first question, that why people buy houses and then fill it with things. I remember one day I went to one of my friend's house. He was actually a businessman. Now he is into a different profession, but that time he was a businessman. And what kind of business he was doing? He was actually into alcohol business. He started with a very small, that wine shop business, and then turned into a bar. It was into pub also soon, and that's how he ventured into multiple businesses. And when I went to his house was filled with everything you name it: luxurious bed, intercom, beautiful, chandeliers, everything, I would say. So he gave me one of his guest rooms. It was a big villa. And when I was sleeping, I was observing that particular room that time. So when this question came to my mind, I was also going in the background and trying to understand that what was going on in my mind that time. There was no room actually in that particular room. And when I'm saying this, there was no room in that room. That means, what is the meaning of a room? The meaning of room is empty, where there is nothing. So when I saw that room, I can still remember there was actually no room there. Very limited space to move around. Though it was a big, big room, but there was no space. There was a big, I think, a king size bed with a cooler at a corner. There was a big table, and there was one beautiful big flower vase kept on that particular table. There was a, I think, 52 or what inches television right on the wall. Different types of artifacts were put on the wall. There were everything. And there was a small coffee table. On that, there were so many, cups, kettles, and things like that. So I was not feeling much comfortable. So I went ahead and asked my friend that, why have you just filled this room with so many things? You have a big house. Why don't you keep it more spacious, where people can move around? If kids come, they can play, they can do so many sorts of things. Here, if you walk, if there is no light, if you walk, you will definitely hit on something. You will stumble and you will fall. So what's the point when you're living in your own house and you cannot walk freely? You have to be so cautious that something will drop. So he was like astonished, and he was like shocked. On the other hand, he said, What are you talking about? Anybody who comes to my house, they praise. They say, wow, what a wonderful house. It's filled with so many beautiful things. You know that particular table in your room? It's an antique table. It is from the British period, during the Queen Victoria period. Now I said, if that was of the period of Queen Victoria, why have you kept it here? What's the point keeping it here? And after too much of discussion with him, I came to a conclusion where, with whom am I arguing? To whom I'm trying to make it understand? A person, imagine the kind of money people accumulate by doing what? If somebody is acquired wealth by selling alcohol, somebody who has acquired wealth by selling cigarettes, by somebody who has acquired wealth by selling something, things, how much intellectual capacity the person would have? They have a basic understanding of earning money, spending money, not beyond that. How can you make a person understand that a room should be empty? A room should be empty so that you can empty yourself from within. But if the room is clustered with so many things where you cannot even walk freely, what's the point staying in that kind of room? Room itself means empty. That's why it is room, as I said. So when I look around, and through this I want to answer to that question, the people we see who are acquiring things, filling their houses like a dump, a dustbin, whenever they go somewhere, they want to buy something and fill the house. And they call it antique. What's the point? What's the point? So why they do that? Because they have very small understanding. They know only one thing is earning money, spending money. And when they have too much money, where to spend? So the only spending means keep the house as much filled with things as much as possible. That's the only thing they can do. So I'm not against buying things. I'm not against. But what is the point where in your own house you cannot even move freely? A house should be known to you in such a way that even if you're walking eyes closed, you should not hit anything. But in that house, if there is no electricity, or if your eyes are closed, you are bound to hit something. You will get hurt for sure. So that's the point that we are living nowadays. That's the world we are living right now. And the kind of people we meet, the kind of people we greet, their understanding cannot go beyond their business. An alcohol seller, a cigarette seller, a furniture seller, a seller, how much depth do you think he would have in his understanding? What kind of people he interacts with? What kind of people he sits with? That will impact his mind. So knowledge, intelligence, art, spirituality, all these things are beyond their capacity. I'm not degrading anyone, but I'm trying to make the person understand who asked me this question, that why people fill their houses with so many things. Because so many things are filled in their mind. And their mind is filled with so many things, so they fill their houses with so many things. That's how it is. The creativity question and the utility question is also wonderful. There is nothing left as creativity. When we see around, we see an artist making some painting, making an idol, or an artist writing a song or creating a music. These people are more utilitarian. They are only running for the utility. The song is made with a target. The painting is made with a project, with a project, with a target, for the target audience. That's what they are doing. There's nothing called art. I want to tell you one story that I read long back and I would like to share with you. There was a great emperor and he was fascinated with art, culture, literature. He had one beautiful singer and he used to pay him handsome salary. Every morning, whenever the king was in beautiful mood or when he was sad, he used to call him and tell, please sing something for me. And every time this singer used to sing, king used to ask him this question that, do you think that you are one of the best singers in the world? He says, no, master, I'm not the best singer. My master who taught me music is the best in the world. The king always used to surprise and tell, come on, is it possible that anybody can be your master? For me, nobody can be beyond you. So please, one day, let me meet your master and I want to listen to his music. This singer said, it's not possible, king. It's not possible. My master will never sing for you. The king said, what are you talking about? I don't mind paying as much money as you want. I can give him whatever he demands, but I want him to sing for me. I want to know that if you are one of the finest singers, I want to know how is your master and what is his art. Now, the singer thought in his mind that, king, you're talking about paying him, but he's not going to sing for you no matter what. So he said, no, please take me to him. Take me to him. Today I will not let you deny. Let me go to him. He said, I can take you to him, but there is no guarantee he'll sing for you. He said, why? He said, because he doesn't sing for anything. He never sings for anybody. He just sings. Now this thought was, beyond the capacity of the king. He said, what's the point just singing? You sing for someone, there has to be some audience, a listener. What's the point singing for nothing? Then say, that's what I'm telling, king. I sing for money. I sing for money. You pay me, I sing. But he sings for singing, for immense pleasure, for joy, for peace. He enjoys singing. Singing is something that he does for nothing. Now that's called creativity. My master is creative. And on the other hand, I am producing music. I'm a producer. I'm more into the utility of music. I know when I sing, my singing is like making you happy for your happiness. Even if I'm not happy, I will sing for you so that you get happy. When you get happy, you will pay me. When you will pay me, then I will be happy. So my happiness, my singing is associated with the reward that you're going to give me. But my master doesn't sing for a reward. Singing itself is his reward. Singing itself gives him pleasure. So he just sings. Now when king got to know this information, he got curious and said, now you have to take me to him. He said, okay, but I cannot guarantee he'll sing today, tomorrow, after 1 month, after 1 year. I don't know. So don't blame me. King said, okay. So he went to his small hut and there he was. He was sitting and feeding some pigeons. The king told him, please sing one song for me. He said, okay. And he kept feeding the pigeons. He did not give even a glance. Now the king was shocked. I am the richest person here, and this guy, he knows I am a king, or he doesn't know I am a king, but he's not even paying attention on me. He doesn't know if he sings for me how much fortune he can make. So after 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, the king lost patience and told him, "Please sing for me. I'll give you whatever you want." Then the master said, "How much money can you give me? Or what can you give me?" He said, "Whatever you demand." The king said, the master said, "You don't have what I want. You can never give me what I want." The king said, "Come on, you're hurting my ego now. You don't know. I can make your 7th generation rich. You don't have to work anymore." The person says, "Can you give me the peace? Can you give me the pleasure that I get from singing?" The king says, "I don't know." He said, then the master said, "I cannot sing for you." King returned empty-handed without listening to the music of the master. And the next day, the master sang a beautiful song that king could not listen. So money cannot buy art. If money is able to buy something, then that is not art. That is a product, a utility. And our world is actually surrounded by utility. We have become too much materialistic or utilitarian, that in everything we find some utility. That's why I encourage people to do something where you don't expect anything in return. You just do it. Like, for example, if you do dhyan in the morning, meditation, don't even feel that you're going to get anything out of it. You're not going to get anything, nothing at all. And don't even think that you will do and you get something. Just do it. What's the harm in doing? So much expectation, so much feeling of getting something has made us a product itself. We have become a product. Anybody who's working for someone is a product. We all are products. So entire day we are products, but out of that 24 hours, 1 hour, we can be creative. We can be creative. Some people call the God creator. Why we call the God the creator? Why not the producer? In Hindi, the word is srijan, means creation. So creation means you did something without an expectation, without expecting anything in return. So for 1 hour, half an hour, 15 minutes, you can be a creator when you don't expect anything in return. You just do it. Last video I said, if somebody is very, very artistic in making a painting, somebody is very good in their DIY craft, make something and just give it to somebody. Just like that. Now that's called creativity. Now you're a creator, not producer. So through this video, I covered 2 topics. One is why people fill their houses with things, because they cannot think beyond things. And especially these people are from a business class where they're sellers. They're more into selling things. So when they sell things, their mind fills with things and their houses also fill with things. And that gives them happiness. And on the other hand, the creative people turn producers, utilitarians, and that's what the world is getting degraded day by day. So tell me how you find this video. What is your observation? What is your thought on this particular video? And if you want me to make any other topic or any other video, please do let me know. And also like, share and subscribe to our channel so that this message can reach other people also. In my upcoming video, I'll be trying to cover some important topics that is actually happening around us. By the time, thank you so much and indulge into dhyan. That's the only thing that will make you a very good human being.